Hi friends, welcome to my balcony. I'm sorry you will hear a lot of traffic here and birds, and there's a classical pianist right across the street from me, so you might hear that too. And I have figured out that I hadn't told you a scary story since last autumn, I think. And I think today would be just the right time to sit down and talk a little. I have a lot of scary stories to tell you, really, but even though all of them have a funny twist to them, this one doesn't. It was actually a really scary experience which happened when I was in 6th grade. So it was late 1996 or maybe early spring of 97. Yes, I'm that old. Yes. So this is how the story goes. So I'm in 6th grade. I'm a school kid. And a few of us girls wanted to get out of gym class. And I'm a huge klutz. I'm unbelievably clumsy. Of course, I'm going to try to get out of the gym class. So we asked our gym teacher if we could go to our classroom upstairs to sweep the floors, to clean it up a bit. It was quite common back then, I don't know if it still is, that the students, pupils, whatever, help out in cleaning schools. And the teacher said, yeah, sure, go ahead, no problem. And I think there were 5 of us who went upstairs, and with some borrowed brooms, we started sweeping the floors. And we are unsupervised, and we are swiping, sweeping, cleaning the floors, taking out some garbage. One thing leads to another in those conversations, and kids being kids, we start talking about seances and invoking spirits, contacting ghosts, etc. I think we know where we're going with this story. There was one girl in our group. I will not name her, let's say her name was G. So G had an older sister, so she knew a little more about life than the rest of us kids did, and she knew more about Ouija boards and talking to ghosts. And she was explaining to us how to make our own Ouija boards, how that thing functions, what you should write down, how to make a planchette, etc. And we got really intrigued. Next thing we know, we are sitting down around the desk in the center of the classroom, and we drew our own Ouija board on a piece of paper. I will show you what that looked like just for educational purposes. It should be bigger though. This is it. You make a circle. You write as we wrote back then. This is the original replica. We wrote the 30 letters of our Croatian alphabet. I'm from Croatia, by the way. Under each letter there is a number. Of course, 30 letters means 30 numbers. A person in the center with a little heart drawn in the center of the person. That was the makeshift Ouija board. Why not use an actual Ouija board? Well, here in Eastern Europe, especially back in 97, we didn't have Ouija boards in stores. We still don't, which is good because nobody should be messing with those. I'll tell you why. So, you have a Ouija board, but what about the planchette? This is a makeshift pendulum. We found a needle, we took a thread from our clothes, and we made a makeshift pendulum which shakes across the Ouija board according to the outcome, aka to the answer. And in order to hold such a pendulum, you need a really still hand. So we all put our hands out to see who has the calmest hand. It wasn't me, it was this other girl. Not G either, the third one. And she sat down, held the pendulum, while the rest of us held hands. And then we asked the very first question, which was a common one. Ghost, ghost, are you with us? And the needle starts shaking. And we were all really excited. Something is happening. It's moving. Unbelievable. Wow. And then we asked the second question. What is your name? And the needle shook towards the letter M. M was the first letter of the girl's late grandfather's name. The one who was holding the pendulum had a grandfather who had died, and his name started with the letter M, so we supposed it was him. But then we asked the third question. How old are you? And the needle went toward the number 29. 29-year-old grandpa. I don't think so. We had obviously opened the portal. Something came through and it wasn't him. And then we asked the fourth question. That's when things went terribly wrong. It shook towards the letter V. Now, for those of you who don't live anywhere near Croatia, in the early 90s there was a war going on here, and there was a city, there still is of course, a city called Vukovar, which was terribly devastated in that war. And it was sort of an urban legend among people who contacted spirits back then, that most spirits who come to seances, who come through to people, are those who died in city Vukovar in that war. And we got goosebumps all over us. It's somebody from Vukovar, it's somebody who had died violently in war. It's a civilian, it's a soldier, we don't know, but it's a spirit from there. And when we realized it's trying to tell us Vukovar, we said it out loud. The needle started shaking very violently. It started going in circles, and it creeped us out completely. And G, the girl who knew how the story really goes with those Ouija boards, she said, stop it, drop the pendulum. And the girl drops it. We jumped up, we ran out of there as fast as we could. I get goosebumps all over me just thinking, hold on a second. We ran out of the school, across the street into a churchyard, and we tried to get inside a church, the local Catholic church, and it was locked. So we stood in front of the church door, all praying with all power we had in us, shaking there, praying to God to help us. And you can imagine how scared I was when I was praying, and I'm not even Christian. That's the amount of fear we had back then. We eventually went back to school. We had some extra classes back then in the classroom, so we had to come back. But we hadn't finished the ritual. G told us that at the end, you have to take the needle, that is the pendulum, and pierce the heart on the paper. And afterwards, you set that paper on fire with a lighter. We knew we had to do it. We had to finish it. We thought that we were closing the door by doing that. So we pierced it, and we started looking for some 8th graders who were smokers, so we could borrow a cigarette lighter. And I wasn't with them, I didn't go. But the girls went with the piece of paper with our Ouija board. And they went into the school bathroom to light it on fire. They came back a few minutes later all bummed out. And the rest of us were like, what is it? Why are you bummed? And they said, the paper won't burn. I don't know what they did to it in the end, how they got rid of it, but they swore the paper wouldn't burn. It was quite eerie. Later, during another class in that very classroom, another lesson, we sat in the classroom, and above that desk where we had invoked ghosts, above the desk were four flies flying in a circle. If you remember correctly, we asked 4 questions and 4 flies came up there. It creeped us out, I can't even say how much. But the very event, it haunted us in our minds and we knew we had to tell someone. So we found our religion teacher. Religion is an optional subject, and we thought maybe she would know more about angels, demons, spirits, etc. We admitted the whole story to her, and we expected the teacher to get angry, to tell our class mistress, to tell the headmaster. We thought we would get punished for disobedience, etc. But no, she was dead serious. And she just told us that we shouldn't mess with Ouija boards, that those were some serious energies that we were messing with. And she told us that she had had a friend which had messed with such things, with invoking ghosts and contacting the other side. And that girl who did that, she was in a mental hospital, in a psych ward, for contacting spirits. So that's the story of me messing with a Ouija board. I don't suggest you do it. It was really, really scary. If you decide to do it anyway, maybe do more research, ask somebody more experienced, but not like I did. I don't really suggest you do that. But see, we opened the portal and we let something in, and we thought that we were talking to our friend's grandpa, and it wasn't him. We had opened the door, and once you do that, there's really no telling what can come towards you. Thank you for watching this video. I'm glad you're here. Don't mind my hair. Till some other time. I will have some more scary stories to tell you. Some of them very, very funny. There will be some more... Sorry about the crows. There will be some more vocal covers also on my YouTube channel. Till then, bye.